Okay, quickly we're going to review a couple of ads to show you why your ads aren't working and how to guarantee that they work every single time. So let's get into it. I get a monthly magazine called West Coast Magazine. Now it's somewhat an upscale magazine that is local to me here in Chino Hills. And the first ad we're going to look at is this ad for TrueCare Cosmetic Surgery and Med Spa. It's a full-page ad on the back of the magazine, so someone paid at least $1,500 to $2,000 or more for this ad. And the first thing that we need to look at here is the headline, because as you remember, the first step in the strategic messaging formula is capture. You need to capture the prospect's attention, and this needs to be done through using a hot button loaded headline. This is an activator that is relevant to the product or service offered. Now, I can't take time here to go through everything about what an activator is, etc. If you don't remember, go back and listen to the Total Dominance Marketing Program to learn or relearn all the intricacies of the process. So anyway, the headline. In this ad, the headline is the name of the business, which is pretty typical. As you remember, no one cares who you are until they know what you can do for them, and no one's attention is going to be captured by the company name. I don't care if your name is Amazon, Apple, Coke, Walmart, etc. No one cares, especially if it's TrueCare Cosmetic Surgery and Med Spa. So being generous, the headline for this ad gets a 2 out of a possible 10 for the company name or logo being used as a headline. There's nothing to cause the reader to continue to pay attention. And by the way, because of the dismal headline, this ad just lost 80% of the effectiveness before the prospect even gets into the ad. But obviously in real life, because of the poor headline, this ad is pretty much dead already. So moving on to the next step of the strategic messaging formula is connect. As you remember, if your headline did a good job of capturing the prospect's attention, then this is where your brain starts looking for more qualifying information to support the headline. So we can see how truly miserable this ad is because the headline gave us nothing to build upon. Nevertheless, they do have a subheadline of fall into a new you. Ouch! Obviously, they're trying to be clever because this is a November issue of the magazine, but really? Fall into a new you? This subheadline is a total failure and ranks high on the platitude meter. You remember what a platitude is, right? Platitudes are words or phrases that are dull, obvious, or predictable that lack power to create interest because they are overused and unoriginal, that are nevertheless still commonly used as though they were unique or distinctive. Obviously, for the sake of time, you can go back and review the Total Dominance Program for more information about this. But this subheadline is certainly dull, obvious, or predictable and lacks power to create interest. So this subheadline gets a 3 because it uses a subheadline that is not a hot button, quickly causing the prospect to lose interest. Okay, things are not looking great for the med spa so far. Let's move on to the third step, inform. It looks like they get a 2 out of 10 because their information is just lists and bullet points of common and or obvious information, or what we call menu board listings. Like many companies, all they have done so far is state who they are and what they do. There's nothing that separates this company from their competition or gives any reason for choosing them over anyone else. As we move on to section 4 in the strategic messaging formula, incentivize. Now, they do have an incentive, although it's not very compelling and certainly only focuses on right now buyers and not future buyers. And if you look, it's just some special pricing, at least according to them. But there is no way to know if these are really good prices to begin with. I guess if I'm a plastic surgery junkie, I might know, but obviously if I'm part of the general public, I don't know and certainly don't care. So scoring this one under incentivize, it gets a 5. Then finally, we'll look at the automation. Now, I really don't know for sure, but I can pretty much guarantee that at best, their follow-up is left to office staff or other individuals. But I will give them the benefit of the doubt and bump them up to a 3, hoping that at least the follow-up process is handled with scripts by a sales team or others. Okay, that is how simple it is for you to score your own ads as well as how to build great ads if you follow the 9s and 10s on this form. So let's add it up. 2, 3, 2, 5, and 3 equals 15. And then we divide by 5, giving us a 3. Ouch. Well, I guess this is no surprise to anyone. Let's look down below. If we gave this ad a letter score, it would get a D. The ad barely captures people's attention and will get just decent results based on market conditions. And by the way, this is pretty much typical. If the market for plastic surgery is good, then this business will get some business based on the flow of the market. But based on this ad, it will never get anything more than somewhat dismal results, and they will spend a lot of money all the time just to stay alive. Just think how great they could do if they just made a few adjustments and got their ad into the 9 to 10 range. They could double or even triple their yearly revenue. Okay, so let's do one more. Here's an attorney. The headline says Divorce and Family Law Specialist. I guess you could say that it uses some hot buttons, but nothing that makes you say, what's that all about? Really, it is just using menu board items as a headline, but nevertheless, it is a headline, so this one gets a 5. As we look for connecting through the subheadline, it looks like they have used their company name as a subheadline along with the phrase, helping families transition. So let's use one of the platitude tests on this one. Helping families transition. Well, I would hope so. You're a divorce and family attorney. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? So obviously this is a major platitude, so this subheadline gets a 3 out of 10. As we move on to the information, it is just more of the same, a menu board list of what they do and a short paragraph that tells you that they do attorney stuff. So let's apply another platitude test. Who else can say that? Well, pretty much every attorney in California, which is about 167,000. Great. Picture this attorney standing in a crowd of 167,000 other attorneys all raising their hands saying, pick me, pick me. As we move on to the information and education we get from the ad, that's pretty much it already. So for informing us, they get a 1. Next is the incentive, and there is none. Only the phone number, address, and website. So for that, they also get a 1. And as far as their automation of a lead, I personally know that they have none other than the attorney just calling someone back. So they get a 0. Okay, let's score this one as well. We have a total score of 10 divided by 5, giving them a 2. Okay, say it with me. Ouch! If we were to give this ad a letter score, it would be a D-. It is a poor ad full of platitudes and will only work a little based on the flow of the market. So that's it for today. Obviously, after looking at just these 2 ads, it is wide open for just about any company to dominate their marketplace if they wanted to. As well, you can use this guide to make sure that it happens for you every single time. If you have any questions or would like to see how to go deeper and make this process work for your business, make sure that you review the Total Dominance Marketing Program and then go ahead and call us at 909-949-6097. Otherwise, until our next ad review, I'm Eric Engel. Have a great day.